Okay, folks, welcome to what it looks like at home. Team Squid has a 4-hour drive today, but we made it to Willow last night from Glen Allen. And we got the dogs getting some good food and water here at the Alaska Dog Center here. There's your Rookie of the Year, Dylan Robbins, Paige Tromby, 4th place finisher, and Kate Yeske, handler extraordinaire. So the dog care continues as long as dogs are on the road. You got all the normal routines you need to do. And so we're doing all those normal routines. We've got the feeding and watering, and then when this team gets up to Denali in 4 more hours, they will mush back home now that they're rested. So this is the Team Squid. They have a kennel 60 miles up the Denali Highway. And so now that the dogs have had a couple days off, and they're all rested up and fed and extra snacks. You can see Paige there giving extra snacks and things. Kate Yeske making sure they're all happy. We'll load all these dogs up and they will drive north and get home. So it takes a couple days for folks to get home. We got in last night and had a really nice time taking care of the dogs and then talking about the race and all you wonderful people. And Dylan was reflecting on his Rookie of the Year, which is great. This is the dog center. There's our tour yard over there with our super kennel and future home of the super dog park, which will have a water feature park. There's our new cafe, the Trailside Cafe, getting the final touches. Our builders, Matt and Wyatt from up in Caswell, are working on the interior. That will be serving drive-through food right there for cars. Other side will be for mushers, because the trail goes right by our building here in Willow. So the Iditarod restart is just 3 miles south, folks. So when the Willow 300 starts in a couple weeks, it's going to be right down the road 3 miles on the lake, and all these trails here head out to Nome. All these trails right here in Willow. So you're able to mush from here to Nome and go basically anywhere you want. Up north is Caswell, where a lot of the mushers living in the Caswell area. Matt Paveglio lives out there. Carrie Pavlad, Kathleen Frederick, Jay Reddington, Robert Reddington. Actually, it's Jim Marsh. And then who else is out there? Becky Hacker. A bunch of folks are north here. Uard, our 2nd place finisher, lives right through this fire scar right here, about a half mile. This is the 2015 Sockeye fire where all these houses burned down here in Alaska. And then Didi Jamro lives right there. Let's see, Mila Porsled lives right there. Scott Smith from Iditarod lives right there. He used to run the race. Dave and TC. Lev's Farts was right there. So another Iditarod kennel. Lots of kennels around here. Lots of great people. Bob Klupatch, the sprint musher, has a kennel right up the road. He's a legend. He's kind of done sprint and distance. So here you are, just bringing you in for one last look. We just got home last night to Willow. It's 25 degrees, which means it's 77 degrees warmer than it was during the first 2 days of the race. 77 degrees warmer for us all. So we've acclimatized to minus 20, and we have minus 30 and minus 40, minus 50. Now it's warm. So you can see Dylan sweating there, our Rookie of the Year, doing his chores. I'm not trying to interfere with their chores. We all stayed in my Airbnb last night upstairs, so we're getting that ready for the next guest. We have employee housing over yonder past the super dog kennel over there. So Rosie, our awesome employee, will be over here soon, and she'll help me work on the Airbnb. But it takes a community, folks, and that's what I wrote in my intro. All you all being part of this, staying engaged, being curious. I give you these long form, kind of long streams so you can actually visually feast. You can see the truck in a different situation. You get a chance to see all that stuff. Yeah, these dogs are so sweet. They love just a little bit of attention and kindness, and boy, they give it back in spades. And they're just really well mannered sled dogs. It's interesting, we had a domestic dog in the parking lot yesterday in Glen Allen at the hotel when we left, and this German Shepherd caused a huge disruption because he didn't know how to act around the dogs, of course. And 1,000 sled dogs know how to act around each other. They know how to pass and race, stay in a team, not fight when they camp next to each other. No, occasionally, but so Right on. I'm seeing some great comments here. Let me get to some of those. Judy Wyatt from our online audience saying someday I'll be there to help. Tamara Event saying thanks for all the coverage. You're welcome. Thanks for being part of it. Carolyn Sullivan, thanks for that comment too. Leave your comments here. Torgan, thanks for joining us from wherever you are right now. Amy Miller, I've made a movie called Dog Power, so if you want to see that, you can go on Vimeo right now. And it's 27 minutes. It's pretty cool. We have Sulvai Leifseth on. My brother-in-law Joel's watching. Welcome, everybody. Dana Robertson, thanks for joining. Rachel Taylor made one of the live feeds. Good to have you back, Rachel. And this audience is made up of both dog lovers and mushers. So as we go to the Willow 300 start, we'll have a new experience for you here in a couple weeks. That'll be a mass start. So we'll see all the teams on the lake starting together and heading off down the funnel of Willow Lake. So really exciting in a couple weeks. Michelle Slocum says, thank you for a great show. You betcha. Obviously, I love it. It is work. It is some exposure for me to be out there, but thanks to my business partner, Carrie, and our team here, they let me go and said, yep, go. Everybody wants to see the race. Go get it. So if you want to thank somebody, in addition, thank Carrie and Rosie. Carrie's the owner of Badman Kennels. She just pulled in fact. Speaking of Carrie, look at that. So she's the real hero behind the scenes here. And she wanted you all to get the footage. She knows what it means too. So she said, go out there and get it. Go help them. So really appreciate all that support and all the comments. And right on, thanks Caroline O'Sullivan, thanks. Can't wait for the next event, bringing it to Ireland. Right on, you can do that by sharing the feed. You can do that by letting your friends know that we do have these opportunities to come together. Look at that, coats are coming off. Finally, it's warmed up so much that the dogs can travel without their coats. So that's what's happening right there. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and scare you with my morning face here real quick. Thanks for everything. We'll see you soon.